So they documented some of these sessions that she had with elders. They wrote them down, they took movies of them, and so she showed us some of the old tapes that she had, and they were pretty funny, actually. She showed us some of the old tapes. This one in particular, she was sitting in a chair. She had Mrs. Brown and Mrs. Jones and, 3, 4 other older people, all older people, and they were sitting together in a circle. And she's asking, so how are we today? And Mrs. Brown said, I miss my mother. And Mrs. Brown was probably in her 90s or something. And she started crying. And so this therapist responded, now, Mrs. Brown, your mother has been dead a long time. Stop crying, Mrs. Brown. Well, that's not what you say. So every mistake that anybody could make in working with the elderly, she made it. And she showed it to us to show the evolution of her practice, of how she went from a movie, how I'm supposed to act, to something at a deeper level that really worked. And this woman today travels internationally and is an astounding human being. This saint that I'm speaking of was just young then, searching and trying to improve her practice and evolve as a therapist and a human being. And we are so blessed this morning to have a clip of my saint. Her name is Naomi Feil. We're going to watch it. She's real.
This is the right one?
Yeah. When people are very old and deteriorated and no one enters their world and they're just sitting there, they will withdraw inward more and more. And their desperate need for connection is all now inside. And if a person is all alone, even if they're very, very deteriorated, there's a longing for this kind of closeness. Mrs. Wilson? Hello? You want me to sit? Can you see me good? Gladys Wilson is a wonderful example of a person who is in the phase of repetitive motion, where people use movements, repetitive movements, because they don't have any more speech or very little speech. They have human needs that need to be expressed. Crying a tear right here in your face. You have a little pain, you want me to touch you. You're very sad. Can you see me? Is it scary? Are you afraid? And if this person sits with their eyes closed, rocking back and forth, and maybe there's a tear coming down, there's a need there. There's a little tear that's coming up. Do you feel it? You feel a little tear? If you gently use touch, and I touched Gladys Wilson for the fingertips right here on the cheek, is where the mother usually touches a child. If you touch an infant there, it looks up. And every cell remembers where it was touched by the mother. And often that person knows, even if they can't say a word at that moment, they won't talk, or they don't want to talk. But there's a communication. And that person is no longer alone. Can you let me in a little bit? You think? Just a little? You think I could be with you in Jesus for a minute? Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. I used music, because when speech is gone, music, especially with Gladys Wilson, it was religious music, because there's emotion tied to it and safety tied to it. So I used her old church song. Jesus loves me, yes. Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so. What I did was, when she moved, I moved with her. And when I was singing, because she didn't sing with me, intensity of my voice to the intensity of her movement. And pretty soon, for a split second, we became one person. Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so. But at one point, when she got very quiet and very peaceful, and my voice became very quiet as hers and very peaceful, and my breathing slowed to her breathing, she pulled me to her, and I moved with her. And for her, at that moment, I believe I was a symbol of her mom. Breakthrough doesn't happen every time. A person will not always open their eyes and look at you. But if you keep trying, and you keep centering yourself, and really look at that person, and really mirror their movements, maybe not this time, but the next time you come, you'll have a communication. You feel safe with Jesus.
So centered and so loving and so open that somebody feels that kind of safety. Everybody feels that kind of safety with us. So this week, friends, I want to lovingly invite you to take stock of your own choices, where you feel you might be on the continuum of real versus real, Adam versus Christ. You are the author of a precious life of potential, a life of choice, a life of intention. And today, you can leap into the big R real, because you've got the whole world in your hands. God bless you.